All right. Well, 4 months is far too long not to provide you guys with an update. So welcome to episode number 17 of the restoration of this passenger car. If this is your first time seeing the video, this is ex-Northern Pacific business car number 11. I bought it back in 2021 and have been very, very slowly fixing it up since then. As you can see, it is in very rough shape. It does not have a roof. It is wood steel construction. And today basically is going to be an overview of the last 4 months doing a lot of cleanup. And I will give you guys a tour once we watch all of that. So thanks for tuning in. Okay, tour time. At the end of the last video, we took down the upper portion of the clearstory, and a couple weeks ago, I took my Sawzall and basically cut the section of the roof that was hanging here. It's kind of been just hanging out on the floor, and surprisingly didn't cave through the floor when I cut that down. But it's just going to be continued cleaning. The focus right now is getting a lot of the hardware out. Hardware for the stained glass. There you can see all those pieces of hardware I need, and a lot of measurements for this upper portion of the clearstory. The measurements for all of the windows I have, but all the spacing in between each one of these windows and kind of how this is designed is a little bit more complex, so I want to make sure I document that really well. Okay, let's spare you guys the boring details, but basically got some drawings on the roof panel pieces and their sizes, as well as the roof to wall pieces. The roof panel pieces are the ones that run through the top of the clearstory there. And then the side pieces are the ones that actually attach from the upper portion of the wall here and then kind of overlap the metal. So starting to do some documentation and making sure I can actually put this thing back together. Okay, I'm now working on the fire damage side of the car. I finished removing the end portion of the roof that curves downwards. There is a absolute ton of charcoal and dust up there. I didn't want to have the camera running while I was doing it, just so I made sure I cleaned everything up and I didn't fall off the roof. But let me show you guys what it looks like up there. Okay, well, that's kind of washed out. Let's see if you can see that. Alrighty, little update here. We now have a hole for a brand new door. Thank you very much to everybody who helped me get that cut out. I was just playing fire brigade all day while they cut it, but once we get this box out here and we get this tank out of the way, add some steps in eventually, and we'll have a new entrance to the coach car. If we go down this way, we can see that it is very securely wedged. I'm not entirely sure how they got it in here because that door there is about 24 inches wide. The tank is about 27 inches wide. This door here is probably about 26, and the door on the other side is 24. So when they stuck this thing here in the 1940s, they must have just kind of just pushed it in there and said, okay, that's good enough. I don't think they put it in through the ceiling either, because that's all riveted in place. So I have to figure out how to get this out of here. Probably going to end up cutting it. All right, the following week, it took a lot of cutting and some hitting with a hammer, but look at that. A vestibule with a very sketchy looking floor that will have to be replaced. And there is the remnants of the fuel tank that used to be in here. And now we also have a window. Okay, I was in the middle of doing some vacuuming just to kind of clean up all the junk that's been sitting in here. Also, new toy, new vacuum. It's awesome. I found, might be maybe an artifact, but I assume this is for steam heating for the car. Essentially, I mean, that's frozen, but shut, open, and if you opened it, it would circulate steam through the car and keep everything heated in the winter. So kind of neat. I should definitely try and get that off the ground and keep it, because it would probably polish up nice. And I'm not going to put steam heat back in this car most likely, but it would be really cool to keep that and put it somewhere. So first off, thank you very much to my wonderful girlfriend who helped me clean up the section of the clearstory that had fallen down. You're quite the trooper. I don't know a lot of people who would put up with me doing this kind of nonsense. So that's all tidied up. And thank you very much to my friends at our little railroad up here for helping me cut out this door and remove the fuel tank. This is eventually going to become a vestibule. The other major thing that you saw in the video was the section of the roof on this end. I got all of that cleaned out and vacuumed up. Eventually, obviously, all of this is going to have to come down. So the next big steps for this project are going to be removing a lot of the floor running underneath the car that is sagging down and sitting on top of the trucks, as well as cutting down this section of roof right here. As you can see, that 2x4 is the only thing holding it up, I think. So it's probably going to be cutting it there, cutting it about there, and then just removing it from the car and doing something to shore up this wall a little bit. So it's going to have even less of a roof, but a lot of this wood is not savable. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I am trying to grow the channel a little bit as well as get these videos some more views. So like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And thanks for tuning in.